Hello everyone, it's Hiro, a Japanese fish enthusiast. Today I'm excited to share more about Japanese Medaka with people around the world. This time we'll focus on the containers used for keeping Medaka. Believe it or not, the type of container you choose can significantly impact these fish. In Japan, Medaka enthusiasts and breeders use various containers to breed and care for their Medaka. Today's video is perfect for those Medaka fans out there who want to learn more. Be sure to stick around until the end. On this channel, I, Hiro, a Japanese fish enthusiast, share insights about Japanese aquariums and fish, especially Medaka, with fish lovers and aquarists worldwide. If you are interested in the Japanese aquarium scene, don't forget to subscribe. And if there is a particular fish or aquarium topic you'd like to learn more about, let me know in the comments. Alright, let's get started. First, let's go over some of the common containers used in Japan. The first one is the suirenbachi or water lily bowl. You may have seen this one before. It's usually made of ceramic and typically round. It holds enough water for keeping Medaka and has a beautifully traditional Japanese aesthetic. In Japan, people often place these on their balconies or in gardens for a touch of charm while caring for their Medaka. Next up, there is a toolbox, a favorite among breeders. I've actually introduced these before in one of my previous videos, where I talk about Japanese breeders and enthusiasts using them. Check that out if you are interested. The toolbox is cheap, holds an ideal amount of water for pairing Medaka, and as I'll explain later, the black color is a key feature. Many people who keep dozens of varieties of Medaka rely on these boxes. Then we have a container called the torobune. This is even larger than the toolbox, holding anywhere from 10 to 100 liters of water. It's also deeper and comes in colors like blue or black, which again is significant for raising beautiful Medaka. Finally, the aquarium tank. I probably don't need to introduce this one. Recently, Japanese Medaka varieties have been selectively bred to be viewed from the side, much like guppy or betta. These Medaka are better suited for indoor setup, where you can enjoy their future more closely than you might with the traditional suirenbachi. Some Medaka even have extended fins, which require a bit of skill to care for, but that's a topic for another video. Now that we've covered some popular containers in Japan, let's dive a bit deeper into the technical side. In fact, specific guidelines for optimal Medaka containers are outlined in research on Medaka. According to the integrated book for the biology of the Medaka by Iwamatsu, there is a suggested rule for the number of Medaka per container based on the surface area. The guideline is as follows. To put this into perspective, let's apply it to some of the containers I just introduced. A small glass tank with a 30 cm wide can accommodate up to 11 Medaka. A torobune container, size 40, can hold up to 36 Medaka. One important note here. The book emphasizes that containers with a broad surface allow more oxygen to dissolve in the water, which is preferable. If you are using air pump, you may be able to keep even more fish, though Medaka are naturally found in shallow rivers and ponds, where they often swim near the surface. So, regardless of oxygen levels, wider surfaced containers tend to reduce stress for them. The ideal water volume depends on factors like the number of Medaka and the frequency of water changes, so there is no exact formula. Personally, I recommend starting with around 10 liters for 2 or 3 fishes and managing up to 1 fish per liter. If you avoid extremely deep containers, this approach generally aligns with the surface area formula we just discussed. Now that you know about depth and surface area, let's talk a bit about container shape. While there isn't a lot of formal research on this, some breeders I know believe that round containers may be better than square ones because they allow the Medaka to swim in circles more freely, potentially promoting better body and skeletal development compared to square containers. But personally, I think as long as the container is reasonably spacious, the shape doesn't have a major impact. Over the years, I've kept Medaka in both square and round containers and haven't noticed a significant difference in their growth or body shape. That said, since I doesn't control comparison, it's possible that shape does have a major effect on them. In my experience, factors like water quality, volume, and surface area are far more critical to Medaka health than container shape. Finally, let's talk about choosing the right container color based on your Medaka variety. Medaka have a natural adaptation called background response, where they change their body color to match their surroundings. I won't go too deep into the biological details here, but container color can cause both long-term and short-term changes in body color, making it an important factor. Some breeders even switch container colors depending on the Medaka's growth stage. Generally, when Medaka are kept in black containers, their body colors tend to deepen. This is why Medaka with tricolor patterns, for instance, often look more vibrant in black containers. Conversely, for Medaka with dorsal iridescence, using the black container can sometimes dull that beautiful shine on their backs. White containers, on the other hand, tend to enhance the dorsal iridescence, while darker colors may appear lighter or faded. You might also see blue or gray containers used, which are considered more balanced options. Blue or gray containers are particularly good for Medaka with glitter patterns. In white containers, the glitter can blend together, almost appearing like iridescence, but blue and gray containers strike a nice balance, allowing the glitter to stand out beautifully. It's also worth noting that Medaka color is influenced by genetics as well, so container color doesn't always guarantee a change. Some varieties have even been developed to resist environmental color changes. Medaka coloration can be quite complex, so I encourage you to experiment to find the best option for your specific fish. Based on my breeding experience, here is a little advice for me. I'm a big fan of glitter Medaka, so with them, I started them off in white containers when they're young. Once they grow to about 2 cm and the glitter begins to show, I move them to blue or black containers. Personally, I've noticed that I end up with more Medaka with vibrant glitter this way. That said, Medaka breeding is fast-paced, and it feels like genetic traits are being solidified rapidly. So, what did you think? This was a bit of a niche topic, but I hope it's helpful for your Medaka keeping journey. I will keep gathering the latest information from Japan and sharing it with you as quickly as I can. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.